Minister, I'd like to welcome you here to the House today and thank you for your attention. I would like to wish you well in your brief and to compliment you on your achievement to date in relation to this particular area and the manner in which you've been able to persuade your Fine Gael Cabinet colleagues to travel on the road that you've taken them under. So I compliment you on that. A lot of the points that have been raised by my colleagues, I'm not going to go into it again, so I'll try and curtail my contribution mainly to questions. A couple of concerns I would have. The first one would be the fact that I suppose the income, the 47,000 net income that you referred to earlier, and maybe to ask the question, was a more tiered approach looked at there, and what is the relevance of the 47,000? I'm thinking primarily of those that are earning in excess of that, and the fact that they will lose out, and was any consideration given to a tiered, stepped salary initiative kind of a scale rather than this particular method. The second is in relation to the Tulsa registered childcare providers. There are a limited number of those. How do we encourage more childcare providers to be Tulsa registered, and what are the roadblocks currently in that particular area? I suppose the other issue is the demand for places that will follow, one would imagine, from this initiative of yours. Are we happy that we have the infrastructure at hand to be able to accommodate the anticipated demand? The other issue, I suppose, is this particular area of childcare provision itself, in that it's highly labour intensified, as I'm sure you can appreciate, and it's traditionally been an area that has been attracted low pay for those that work in that industry, and I suppose that acts as an impediment to people trying to further gain further training and to gain further to heighten the professionalism in that sector. How do we, on one hand, ensure that we can increase the salaries and make it more attractive for people that work in that area so that they can see a long-term future for themselves in that area, at the same time trying to balance the cost associated with running a childcare facility, in that it's a business as well, and I suppose at the end of the day the figures have to stack up from the provider's perspective as well. That I see as a challenge. I suppose that the other issue finally, I suppose, is the challenge we face every day in our lives is a work-life balance, and how we can try and I suppose on one hand try and balance our work life with our family life, and I suppose the parents' choice as to those that do decide to stay at home, as opposed to those who feel they would like to go out to work or maybe have to go out to work, and how we can ensure that both ideals are met and both of our ideals are seen as genuine goals, and how we can look after both sectors going forward is something I'd be interested to hear your views on.
Thank you, Senator.